even with the thing on Gorseval, which was very weird to experience, let's put it that way.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Now you see what happens when a ghost reaches him, at least.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before, honestly.
That circle on Gorseval which killed us was called the World Eater Attack. By the way, it's not that important to remember that. It's just a big platform-wide AoE which wipes you unless you take an updraft or progress into the next phase. Okay, I see we cleared out the slublings already. Great job. So yeah, Wing 2, we are here to rescue the rest of the packed soldiers who are held inside, and as with Wing 1, we first have to deal with their natural defenses. In this case, it's a big old sloth. Okay. Since Tank didn't answer yet, we'll just go with whoever's here right now. Like, I usually give them 5 minutes to come in when we progress, but that's just how fast we are. You probably didn't expect to be called upon right now. You see the numbers there in chat, which are basically these shrooms you see in front of you. It's called the imbued mushroom, the blue shroom otherwise. There are 4 of them across the fight. We need one of them, we need 1 player for each of them, because once you take a shroom, you transform into a slubling, and you can eat these other shrooms which have the green AoE field around them. You eat a certain path. We already have 4 experienced players, so I don't really have to say where the path goes along. And the important part for anyone else who isn't a shroom person is basically they will turn hostile. So if you see somebody, if you see a player name turned hostile, it's basically one of the slublings. You do not want to kill them because that will remove their slubling status, which causes us to have less room to fight in. So yeah, once the first shroom is taken, the encounter will start. There will be most of this boss is random targeting, like the person who has the current aggro will have a purple diamond above them and will also have a it across their screen that they are currently fixated. If you have the fixation, you move to the next shroom, you move along the cleared path, which is basically always around the middle, so we don't get hit by these green poison fields. The boss has a couple of attacks. One is called a Tantrum Attack, which spawns blue AoE circles beneath every player. You dodge them when the 3rd circle appears, or you can just count in your head 1, 2, 3, dodge. Otherwise, you will get knocked down, and if you walk away too fast, you will spread these circles out. And this fight is a lot about claustrophobia, so we do not want to have AoE circles. We do not want to have them across everything. The other thing that happens in the start is that a person will get a special action key and will have a poison icon above their head. They will walk to the edge of the arena as far away from the group as possible, like the first 2 people can basically drop the poison right where we are standing now at the start of the fight. It will, once you press the special action key, it will drop a poison AoE field on top of you. You walk back to the main group. The poison field will deal a lot of damage and expand. That's why we want it as far away from us as possible. That's the tantrum. You dodge. Who didn't dodge has to get rest. Somebody is instant dead. The tank pulls the boss along. As a flame breath attack, which targets a cone in front of him. You can sidestep that one. Please, tank, move the boss along.
Traditionally, we wouldn't move from this position until the first CC.
Oh, I always move when the first poison drops, because you see the poison drops, and now we will have some fighting inside the poison. I always go after the Tantrum Attack. Okay, we move the boss along, the poison drops behind it again. Just a flame
go,
breath
Tara.
attack.
I'm here.
You see the arena was covered now in shrooms where we were standing before, that's why we moved the boss along. Just a tantrum, dodge it. Otherwise you get knocked down, and rezzing inside poison is very hard to do. Yeah, we can't res you there, and I think that's a GG, my friends. We have too many players dead. Some of them are important. You saw the boss also get a break bar at 80% and basically every 20% and at 10% again. Break bars mean you deal no damage, he doesn't move, we break him fast. Once he's broken, he will unleash a fear attack on everyone. You want to get stability for that one, or otherwise have a stun break ready so you don't get feared to the edge of the arena into poison. Otherwise, there are also small slubling ads. We pull them in, we block their projectiles. If we have a nice airlock, it's not really that important. Pull them in, kill them down, because if their projectiles hit you, they will corrupt the boons on you, and corrupted stability is fear, which will result in more fear, and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's basically everything until 50%, so let's just go with it again. The boss here, wait for the Tantrum Attack, and dodge it. Press the down state. And you can pull the boss along now if you want to, otherwise don't stand in front of him because the flame breath hits you. Please pull the boss to the cleared path. Down state is up. He goes to sleep and we see him. He wakes up, he fears everyone. I didn't get stability, so I run off somewhere, but we got a stun break. Also great. We pull the boss now, please, or we will get hit by the poison AoEs. Because he likes to do some attacks before he moves. That's the blue field again. You dodge that one all the time. Move the boss just along the cleared path and everything will be alright. Drop the poison outside. That was not outside, that was very much in us. If you go downstate with a poison, you automatically drop it. And you went downstate because you were standing in front of him and got hit by the flame breath. So yeah, with that poison we can basically GG because it expands and will cover the entire middle of the arena. Try to tank the boss. We try to move as few times as possible. That's why we try to be around the middle of the arena. That's also good for pulling the ads in. And not killing our friendly slublings. What happened there is the poison dropped on top of us, drop it away from the squad, basically where we came from, on the edge of the arena, so we can try to move around it. See, it expands a whole lot. It is still expanding. Why I'm not doing it, I can do it, but then Slothazor will get the banner stuff. If you want me to do it, I'm free to do it on the next poll. If you turn a friendly slubling to Slothazor, turn friendly to Slothazor, you will give all your buffs, which are still around the arena, to Sloth as well. Get the down state up. Pull the boss, that's good. Drop the poison behind us, please. And we move around. Get the down state up. And move around. can already... yeah. He goes to sleep, so we break him here, and then the tank moves to the arrow, please. Poison behind us, just drop it. Don't drop it too far, or you may die, and... Oh, you didn't drop it. You didn't press the special action key, and that's why you dropped it on top of us. If you are outside with the poison, you need to press the special action key to drop it. We can move around that one, it will just be a bit harder. But it's not over yet. The percentage goes to sleep again, poison goes back, drops it there, press the down state, and CC the boss.
Pulse.
And that's a block, great. Pull in the slublings, leave them down, don't kill the friendly slubling. Tank always moves along the cleared path. If tank gets slubling, he will get, the tank will move to another player. That's the shake, dodge inside him, please. At 50% this new attack appears, it's a shake, it throws unblockable projectiles out from him and dodge the tantrum. Basically the best way to deal with them I found is to dodge twice towards him, because the projectiles extend outwards from him. You need to CC and move away, we got feared. As the stun break, quickly go to the free space. We do not have any pulse for that, so yeah, if we could have more stability or otherwise for next time I will take 4, that's a shake again. I will clear 4. See, Slothazor now has my banner effects.
Pulse.
There's some more from my friendlies. Oh, not that one. I'm inside the poison is hard to deal with. Otherwise, we are almost through with it.
Moving it right onto
Take
the mushroom,
again.
so the next person will be in a hazard zone when you move him like this.
Good job dodging the shake, and then dodge towards him when the shake is up. I am fixated. He goes to sleep after this one. Watch out with your CC because of the friendly slubling. Do not use any pulse. CC the boss now, it's safe. And then
Pulse.
shake again, dodge towards him, remember. See, these projectiles
The next
travel a
mushroom.
long distance and give us a lot of conditions. Watch that one. Press the down state, if you can. We're almost through with it. You see now there will be evolved slublings, we cannot block their projectiles anymore. So it's really a claustrophobic fight.
Can someone take the mushroom too?
Dolph, can you take it? Just clear anything.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, somebody
Someone
else
already
took it.
took.
Oh, okay.
And the shake, 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 shake. 10% there will be the last break bar. Go where there's a cleared one. Poison, just drop it there, it's alright.
Okay.
Just come back please to us without going down. Because
Oh,
I wanted you to not die.
easier said than done. Sorry.
There's the fear again. I run off. See you later, guys. Otherwise, try to get him, but if it won't work, we now at least know that we need more stability sources. I know with 20% and 10%, it's hard for Stand Your Ground to be back up again before the next one, but we are having many people run off. Was it not happening at all? Like, yeah, Stand Your Ground is the main skill how we deal with the fear. No, Druid has stun breaks and some sources of stability, but the main way we deal with the fear after the break by stand your ground from the heal firebrand. Aegis helps as well with blocks. I noticed it a couple times, but please heal firebrand, take stand your ground here. You didn't yet. Undead goes on the heal Scourge, on any Scourge build or whatever.
Just bringing Reaper.
Just Reaper, yeah, with Transfusion. It's good here because it helps pulling the down states away from the poison. Great. So we have more stability now, we shouldn't run off anymore. And let's get rid of this big slough. So you want me to take Shroom 1 now? I'll do. Was 1, 4. Oh no, focus does Shroom 1. Okay. So yeah, Undead will come to us. We will then start the fight by interacting with the imbued mushroom. And otherwise you saw everything already. Just try to dodge on the third blue circle for the tantrum, because I do not want to see certain down state. So yeah. Adrian, ready up please? Not Adrian. Adrian is not here this time.
He is in Twitch.
Dodge now. And then go back towards him. You see these AoEs trigger after their indicator is gone, so if you move too fast back inside him, you will still get hit and knocked down. So just wait like half a second. And remove the boss please, because we already have the poison dropped here. He will go to sleep anyway.
Pulse, please.
And pulse and seize. Stand your ground, thank you. That's double or triple stand your ground, I don't know. It's very nice anyway. We move the boss along the cleared path. Try not to kill our slublings, drop the poisons, dodge
Thrown
the
too.
AoEs. And dodge it. If you move while they are up, we have less room to dodge it. So
Yeah, I
try to
lose.
stack them on top of each other.
Yeah.
Get rid of that, come back before you die with the poison, good job. Break his bar, nice stability. And we just continue like this. Don't stand in front of him. Handshake. Watch inside him. Good job. Oh, somebody deceived. Our heal firebrand is gone.
Poker crank.
Yes, I got this hit.
Okay, at least we have another firebrand who also has stand your ground, so we
No, we will have plenty of stability, just continue.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just continue. Just know that there will be a bit less healing now. Get the down state up. Thank you. And beware of all the bad things happening. If you can rest, you should always try to rest. Shake. Dodge inside him.
Pulse.
No, I wait until he's gone.
And he goes to sleep. We wake him up. Say hello, knock knock friend.
Oh, no need now.
And now run away. We move along the cleared path because there are bad things here. There. Heal a lag without
Not that
bubble.
far up, please. Not that far up.
Shake. Dodge inside him.
Focus, keep it here, keep it here.
We still need to get him rather to the middle.
We need a
can
pull.
pull in the ads.
Now coming up.
Nice pulls, my friends. Now you can watch out for the friendly slubbling.
More pulls, or they are gonna corrupt us. We will wipe.
Don't stand in front of their fire. See the boss. You will need to move because there's also the thing. Poison. Touch. See, there's very few space to move around.
Thank you.
Yeah, and one more shake, my friends. And now we can get rid of the boss. Think, yeah, should work out.
Undertake the shroom if you can. Undertake the shroom.
It's 2%, just kill it.
2%, we can just kill it at this point. Come on. Reaper, you can do it. Can we? Downstate DPS. Okay, then let's go this way. It was unfortunate that we had less healing. We should get it now. Yeah. It's nothing compared to our first training of this one. Let's put it this way.
4 hours.
It was very close. We had some unfortunate times. And yeah, the last call from Kenzo was totally correct.
Just gonna go 2 seconds to the toilet. Sorry.
Yeah, you saw Veil Guardian in Ring 1. It's not a very easy boss, and this one is even worse. You have less space to move around, you have marks where you don't, points where you don't deal damage, and with all the with all the randomness of this boss, it can, and like everyone has to be on point, because even one wrong poison can spell the end of a try. Yeah. That's why many people have problems with Sloth, because everyone needs to know what to do. You can't have one person focused on solely tanking or one person solely on doing that specific mechanic. Other than the shrooms, this boss requires everyone
Damon, can we start?
to know what's up.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Off back?
Yeah.
Okay. Please come further in or you will get bonked by a stone.
Leaflet.
Damon.
Amen.
Damon. You don't want to get smacked by a rock.
He hasn't read it up yet.
Oh, hasn't he? Okay.
But he didn't say he was AFK or something, was he?
Not. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Amen. Okay, you just teleported on my screen. I guess that's fine. Stuff always starts with the Tantrum Attack, which you dodge. Great job, everyone. Please don't stand on the poison. If you take damage, look that you're not standing in the poison. Drop the poison behind us. Stack behind the boss to not be hit by the flame wall. Now he goes to sleep. We CC him. And we go towards the cleared path, kill the ads along the way. Don't stand in front of him, sidestep it or dodge it, because you will take a lot of damage from that fire. Basically, if you're not the tank, you have no reason besides the poison on the ground to stand in front of him. If the ads whenever possible, 60% he goes to sleep again.
Whoops.
You wake him up. Good. And we move along.
Drop the poison on
Don't
the edge
stand
there
in
because it
front
will
of
spread
him.
to the middle where we want to stand. It's always corners.
Always on the edge of the arena and back as far as possible.
Do not kill
That one.
Focus, he's eating. Be careful.
There's a friendly slug behind us, we do not want to kill it. Not that one. Get the down state up and CC the boss. You can use all your CCs. This is on our side again. Cleave the ads down. Do not stand in the poison and just go along the path. If you're tank, you have the marker on top of you. Everything will work out. Shake, dodge inside him. Stands outwards, we want to stand inwards.
Pulse before the storm. Nice.
Good pulse. As a friendly slapling again, do not use any pulse now. All this you see. Okay, now you can use them.
Это нет. Нет.
As the tantrum, dodge it. Otherwise you get knocked down and take damage. Poison on the edge somewhere, dodge it.
It wasn't a good idea to drop it there on the edge because we might have to move that way again.
We have to move that way, but again, last break bar, he's on 6%. We have enough room still to cover that, but yeah, if we did not have that much damage, that would be a wipe because the poison was on our way. I don't know if it was dropped there with
Poisons always
intention.
go in the corners. First one goes on arrow, second one goes also in that area, the third one should go there, fourth one can go there. That's how you do it.
I don't know if the poison was dropped with intention.
It was.
Killing it,
I
so, okay.
panicked and just dropped it on an edge without thinking.
No,
No, it's
back
corners.
back where we came from, as far away from the middle as possible, without you dying while walking back. Yeah. Now that was Lofazor, it was like 1/10 of the time DERV used to take. Let's put it that way. So yeah. Now we're at the second encounter of Wing 2. I see someone's very lazy and just standing up there, which I usually do as well. What we do here is we have bandits again, we found their camp, we found where they hold the prisoners. So we try to rescue them. So we kill the ones in front of the camp, and then just like Sebetha, we get shot up with a cannon again. This specific encounter is more like a series of mini-bosses again, so there's not that much to explain beforehand. Just, you can basically ignore the green bombs again. Oh wait, there's still pocket raptors. We should help the guy who's dealing with the mortars. Who's dealing with the mortars?
Dead or I.
That is, okay. Stand on the launch pad, we get thrown up. Group 2 follows me on top. Group 3 stacks with... And there's a my group, I'm sorry. Group 3 kills the ones on the bottom. And then stacks to line of sight the snipers in the gate that is basically below us.
So I go with you.
Yeah, group 2 just goes with me.
Okay.
So the persons on the bottom kill the ones on the bottom, the persons on top kill the ads on top. If you're on top, there are also beehives to shoot down, which will help us later on. There's also oil kegs to take, which also help us later on. Otherwise, if you're standing near a cage where a walk is in, don't press F unless you know what to do. If you see the oil keg, take it with you on top. And
Oh.
just continue along. Kill that last sniper. Don't throw the oil keg, you always want to drop it. And you want to drop it basically where it's dropped now. You're probably gonna die to snipers, no? That's great. Once we're done on top, we also stack in this corner. You see the ads all already are walking towards us. That's great. They may be snipers, but they don't have good vision to shoot across corners. Yeah. Once all these snipers are killed, which is basically now already, other ones. Oh, there's still one over there which didn't aggro for some reason. Oh, that was not our fault, he just didn't aggro.
No. I want to recruit him to death.
Why? Because he's not aggro?
No, because he's lazy.
Okay, so we basically kill random stuff inside this arena. You see a cage, we need to protect the cage, there's prisoners inside it, so you want to kill the stuff that's on the cages first. There will be 3 mini bosses spawning roughly 10 seconds below, roughly 10 seconds after every odd minute, so the next one will come in about 15 seconds. You see some people are already gathering beehives there, because every one of these mini bosses has a certain fear. The first one is afraid of bees. When you see a break bar on this boss, you break it. You only want to throw 1 beehive. If you break it, he will stop this AoE and will become vulnerable for a long time. If you see him have this bee debuff, you don't need to throw another one, the duration does not stack. Yeah, we kill the first boss. We break him again if possible, that's great. I already saw another beehive throwing up there just as the first one was about to expire, just how I like it. Now you kill random stuff inside the arena again, you can ignore the green bombs, they don't do anything. Oh, that's my saboteur, I'm just in time, I got it. I was paying attention.
Sure.
So yeah, these saboteurs can either be killed before they reach the cage, or they will try to drop a bomb, at which point you can kill them fast or you can CC them, which is usually my job as banner slave. So yeah, there will also be mortars outside the arena, which will try to shoot inside of us. But we have undead dealing with them, so if you see any big orange AoE circles, multiple of them, you know that undead has fucked up. Otherwise we kill mobs inside here. The next boss spawns in about 25 seconds. He will spawn where the circle marker is currently, and this boss is called Zane, and he is afraid of puppies. Puppies in this case being wargs. The wargs are inside these cages. Once we are near them, we can open them. And they will then be friendly towards us and will kill anything on sight. They deal a lot of damage to Zane. On this boss, you want to stack on top of him because otherwise he teleports. He also drops these smoke fields, but they disappear rather quickly. Don't stand in front of him, stack on top of him, let the puppies deal with the boss. Zane, if we have any leftover beehives from the first boss, we can use them to drop a small AoE field, which is good for the saboteurs, but not necessary if I don't fuck up. So yeah, basically puppies, if they don't deal with the boss, they deal with the ads. Beehives, if they don't deal with the boss, they deal with CC. A days field, I think it's called. And the last boss, which spawns in about a minute, has a flamethrower, is afraid of setting herself on fire. It's also called something that's very similar to Nutella, if you know that.
Yeah, I love Nutella.
That's already in the last boss. Afraid of fire. That's why we have oil kegs on top of here. If you throw down an oil keg, it gives her a lot of burning stacks, does a lot of damage to her. And again, they don't really stack, so you don't need to worry about
I'm dead.
all those at once. That's it for the last boss. She also has fire tornadoes. They target and follow a random player. So we try to not stand inside the fire tornadoes, or we will get pulled along with them, take a lot of damage, and be unable to do anything. If you see you are targeted by one, again it is random who gets the target, but it will stay on them until certain points. You can try and make it so you don't take the whole group with you. Otherwise, this boss dies very fast. I'm already here, Dolph. You don't need to worry about. Thank you. That was okay.
You're welcome. I'm
You
just...
see the fire tornadoes. You do not want to stand in fire tornadoes. Otherwise, we kill her very fast. She has a lot of burning stacks on her from the oil. And do not stand in front of her. And she's dead. That was
Hey.
Bandit Trio.
Lovely. I kept realizing, like, I kept trying to CC at the Sabotage because last time I was the banner slave and you were the Alank when we did this. So I was.
No, I was not. I was not the Alag. I was the soul. I was the power soul beast who dealt with the mortars.
Right. Oh yeah. I see.
So if you follow me, there's another loot box for you here. Otherwise, we enter the last pre-event, which is just killing bandits along the way. You can make a skip to the boss arena and kill some bandits, which we would normally go to later if you want to. Why do we continue after having saved nearly all the pact soldiers? Is just as I said, they are nearly all the pact soldiers because we know from them that there's one left, which is their leader, to be precise, and that last one is where we are going to now, and he is protected, let's put it that way, by the last boss. After we kill the last boss, we can free him, which will trigger a cutscene, but we don't need to. So yeah, for the last boss, he is an elementalist of sorts. He channels 3 elements, which are, in chronological order, ice, fire, and storm. He does not have an earth attunement. I know he's a bad elementalist. He probably has an elite specialization, which removed 1 attunement. Spoilers, End of Dragons. Yeah, we kill these bandits, 1 is remaining, then we get some small loots, and then we come to the last boss. And I will explain that one on the go as well. Just one thing you need to know is there will also be random poisons. Condi is very good on this boss. There will be 2 kinds of poison, 1 only active in the fire phase, 1 active during the entire fight. If you have an AoE around you, you go inside one of these blue fountains to cleanse it. If the fountain is red, you can't cleanse it. If you have a special action key to press, you walk to the edge of the arena between the fountains, press it there, then go back to the middle. I need just 1 minute to go to the toilet myself, and then I'm gonna do the ready check and stuff.
Okay. You two look like you could be twins, Leaflet and Scarabella.
Yeah, I noticed
Yeah, you
this
got-
time last week.
Yeah.
Got like same.
Same
like,
face and hair.
We do have the same hair, yeah.
Do you not have the same face? Or that...
Well, not quite, because there's probably been some fidgeting with precise features, but I think
Oh,
same
yeah.
base face, yeah.
Yeah.
Same face, same hair, very similar outfit.
Yeah, same color. Look, twins. And both mesmers. Nice.
Yeah. Question, is it worth bringing feedback for this fight?
Yes.
Okay, I shall do that.
Okay, I
If
just
you
came
find it
back and heard
difficult-
some.
Oops.
If you find it difficult to target feedback on Matthias, you can make a little small settings change and use
yeah.
auto target to the ground target to your current target, and it will always be.
There is, I remember there's one attack that I want to reflect, one attack that if I reflect it gives them a massive damage buff, right?
I mean,
If he
massive is
has his
overrated.
shield
By...
up, if he has his shield up, you want to put reflect. If he spins in the air, you don't want to reflect.
Okay, sounds good.
Just whoever's
Thanks.
interested. Okay, I just played Condifood and we already start, whatever.
Don't start. Sorry, I need to go booty first.
Okay, wait, don't start it. There's also
Ready.
heal food for whoever needs it.
Ooh. Yummy healing food, thank you.
Yeah, as I said, this boss is an elementalist. From 100 to 80%, he will be in the ice phase. Okay, that was not just a pre-steal, I guess? Or was it just a pre-steal? Whatever, we have one person dead already, I want to GG right now.
No, it was ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Why would I
Um,
please you?
I know, it's just... No, it doesn't even matter at this point, you can GG. It doesn't even matter at this point, it was just... There were already 2 people downstairs and one of them instant died, like... Doesn't matter at this point. Okay, we have a boon thief here, which gives us a lot of boons because Matthias has something good to steal, like all those ectoplasm gambles and such really paid off for him. Yeah, we're gonna start the ready check again, and once it's done, we will move in. He's an elementalist. First phase until 80% is ice. Ice phase gives you chill debuffs, gives you a bit of damage. Also has ice patches, which you can clear with any source of burning. That's why we have Sun Spirit here, so anyone can clear them. This is the shield thing. You have to poison someone, walk to one of the cleared one. If he spins his staff around, he unleashes a Hadouken in front of him, so don't stand in front of him there. If he spins in the air, he drops projectiles beneath him. CC the sacrifice, please. I was just getting to that. You don't want to stand beneath him when he spins in the air. That's the one in front of him. There will also periodically be one player who turns into the middle aesthetic sacrifice. You need to CC him before a time expires and before we kill his health bar. Only then can we save him. The next phase is fire. It has fire tornadoes. And burning debuff if you don't keep on moving. You see the poison drops here, don't stand in the fire tornadoes. Somebody else is about to get sacrificed, please save Kenzo. You see him, don't kill him. Good, that was rather close. Poison is dropping well so far, I don't have anything to say about it.
Wrong
That's
frog.
his bubble.
That's wrong.
What? Which
That's
one do I
very
go to?
wrong. In between. If you have a special action key, you go in between. If you don't have a special action key, you go into a well.
Yeah. Special action key between them. Now the poison phase starts, you see AoEs on top of players. Same as Sebatha, if you stand in them as another player, they deal a lot of damage. There's also this cloud, which spins around the middle of the arena. It does a lot of damage as well. And there's also sacrifice, CC please. There's also a last thing. Oh, I'm knocked down, as you see by me. If you move around too much, you get knocked down. And being knocked down means you can't move away with your AoE. You can't. It's hard for you to move at all. You get knocked down if you move too much. You can clear the knockdown by not moving for a certain time. It's a debuff. You see it, it's called Downpour for anyone who's interested. Get them up before the AoE cloud kills them. You really don't want to stand in the storm cloud. Don't move around too much. Again, that's the last sacrifice. Please break him. Break. Great job. Now we enter the last phase, which is called the Abomination Phase. He starts it off with an AoE fear. He also now targets every player with the bomb, and he cycles between the elements every 30 seconds. Starts off with ice, same cycle. The only other thing that's added now is these ghost ladies with the AoE. If you stand inside them, they will hurt you. The thing that's gone from now is the sacrifice. There will be no more sacrifices. All his other attacks have changed. Animatics, like you saw, the shield is now more like a barrier. This was the Hadouken previously, which is now a Kamehameha. And that's the point. That's that one. So we move away because this boss targets with his movement the player who is furthest away from him. So we can actually move him towards the edges. So yeah, at 20% there will be a ghost lady. Other than that, it's cycling between 3 phases, not standing in AoEs, not stacking AoEs on top of each other, dodging the Hadouken Kamehameha thing, and so on and so forth. That's his previous air acrobatics, which is now just many AoEs. Don't move too much. We are in the poison / storm phase with all the bad debuff from moving, which will knock you down. Otherwise, Kamehameha, not in front of him. Ghost ladies don't stand in their path. Reflects are working great. Poison is now in the middle since we decided it that way. Get him to 0%. And that was my fires.
Lovely. Wonderful job, everyone.
Yeah, you see this lever, you can release the last dude who's caught up in there. We have rescued all the packed soldiers, now we can call it a day, can't we? No, because this last dude will tell us about something else, which is that the White Mantle, which we just encountered, are the masterminds behind all these bandit killings, behind all these abductions, and they are planning something horrible. They want to resurrect Lazarus, the Dyer. If you played Guild Wars 1, you remember him. Otherwise, he's a Mossad, he does bad things. We do not want him to revive. Also, if you played Living World Story Season 3, Episode 6, you also fight him there. Basically, we move on towards the next ring to prevent his resurrection. Because the White Mantle are basically the followers of the Mossad and they want to resurrect him. So we move on towards their stronghold, we kill everything along the way, and at the last bit of it, we kill the big bad leader of the White Mantle. We played Living World. Are we already in? Somebody can open Ring 3, by the way. I'm gonna see if the DPS people for Ring 3 are here.
I am here.